No, not at all. You're actually getting closer and closer. You're sitting right in front of the truth. It's on the screen.
All right. So this reminds me, preachers were talking. So before, so I was a Christian for 30 plus years, and
And did you still sin?
now hold on.
But if you still sinned, you were never actually a Christian. I just want to make that very clear.
Oh, you can make that's cool. Then I was never a Christian. Thank you.
There you go.
And that's like the 30th different way I've heard that said in 30 different ways.
Jesus, and if it's not
then you use his name on top of it.
if it's not the most disrespectful thing in the world to tell somebody that came in that you talked to, really for the first time, like, you weren't actually a Christian because you didn't believe the way I believe. But I won't take it personally. I'll let you say what you want to say, and we'll keep moving. So Romans 12, 1 and 2. I appeal to you, therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is spiritual worship. Do not be conformed to this world, but be renewed by the transforming of your mind. That by testing, you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and
perfect will of God.
And then in 1 Corinthians, if Paul was the one that wrote this, whoever, 1 Corinthians 11:1, be imitators of me as I imitate Christ. Now, I would ask you, do you think that Paul and or Jesus were walking around cussing and smoking and I don't know if you
I know for a fact they were.
Jesus was, really?
Yeah.
Okay, where?
He turned water into wine.
That doesn't mean he was walking around cussing and getting drunk.
Jesus was a prick. Did you not read Matthew 23?
Oh boy,
he was a prick.
Even better.
I'm in awe at the way he preached. I am in awe.
I personally think
Pharisees, hypocrites. Oh yeah, he called people names all the time.
I personally think Jesus is a myth, but
right. But then you also sat here and claimed to be a Christian for 30 plus years.
I used to, yeah.
So
just to kind of pipe in, I stand with Oz on this. I as well believe that the Jesus figure is a myth, a mythology.
He wasn't a myth at all. That's why the world hasn't forgotten him. That's why your whole calendar is based on him. That's why every corner has a building dedicated to him. And all those buildings are all those people from Matthew 7:22, where they said, many in that day shall say unto me, Lord, Lord, in thy name didn't we cast out demons? In thy name didn't we do all this? In thy name didn't we do good works?
Harry Potter's got several theme parks dedicated to him. Mickey Mouse has several theme parks. Hanna-Barbera. Should we worship them as gods?
Right. All the people that follow those things, they still think they sin.
All right,
on the wide road, man.
So, preacher,
sin is the wide road.
Preacher, to go back, maybe I should have asked this up top when we first started, but we went right into the scripture. So obviously you align with Yahweh, the Bible God. Before we even get to
only God, yeah.
Okay. Before we even get to Jesus or Paul or anybody else, why are you convinced? Obviously, you're convinced of Jesus. Why are you convinced that Yahweh does exist and is the one and true God?
I look at my children.
Okay, I have children.
Right, and I love my children.
I love my children.
Yeah, I love my.
There's no way, because everything here, Romans 1:20 says, "For the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world," or from here, we'll go to it. I want to show you. Here's why.
We're talking about your kids, though, not the Bible, right?
Okay, but this is why. You asked why. This is why.
You love them because of something in a book?
For the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even His eternal power and Godhead. When I look at my children and that feeling of love, like I just love my children, there's no other way to explain it. There's no other way. There just is no other way.
So would you not love your kids? Would you hate your kids if you weren't a Christian?
I would think if there was no God, I would have no feelings toward them whatsoever.